You just got to arm the track.
Is it armed?
It is now, which means that we are recording.
Oh.
You just got to arm it.
So we're recording now?
Yeah, exactly. If you don't arm it, it's like, fucking arm it, man. You know?
Yeah, you're wasting your time.
E to the 3. God, so we put something down about Sea of Thieves, which pleases me. We're able to get it in there. There's Shenmue. There's all kinds of cool shit.
Yeah. Yeah, what is Shenmue at now? Last time I looked, it was at 3 million.
Let's take a looky-loo. Yeah. It's like 3.2 million.
Jeez.
With 29 days to go. And it's like, you know, when a Kickstarter is beef, if while you are looking at the number, it is continuing to rise.
It's changing, yeah.
God, I have so many great memories of that game. I really like it.
Yeah, we were watching the Sony conference live at my house. So it was me and Kara and Gabe were watching it.
Oh, what did Gabe think of that?
He thought it was cool. But it got to the Shenmue part, and Kara and I both flipped out. And he's like, "What? Why are you guys so excited? What is that game like?" There's a whole bunch of people who've never even played a Shenmue.
Well, yeah, played it or know about it.
Yeah, heard of it.
It's so weird.
It is bizarre.
It's really weird. Like, you know, he had to think of a way. He's like, you know what? If you walk up to a chest of drawers, it's like, you know what I hate? When I walk up to a chest of drawers in a game and I can't look inside the chest of drawers.
Yeah.
And then he's like, when I make my game Shenmue,
you'll be able to open all the drawers. Yeah.
Yeah, and see what's in them. And honestly, I care.
Yeah, I do.
I care, and you find shit, and your mom wants you to be home on time.
You got to go to work.
You got to go to fucking work, man.
But you're also trying to figure out more about the long jaw.
Dude, the long jaw. The long motherfucking jaw. What's going on with these guys? Where are they at?
I don't know.
There's just too much about it that was cool. And I wonder, it's a part of it's like a gaming literacy thing, right? It's like our kids are they're hyper literate in games. Like they know so much about how to play them. And, you know, the games they're playing are based on assumptions that were built, you know, when people our age were playing games like Shenmue.
Right.
And then they went on to move on. But I mean, I wonder is that level of granularity, is that even exciting to them?
I don't know. Probably not.
I
guess
suspect
no.
it isn't. It was so funny. Like, there is a character in Go Home Dinosaurs called Steg Vicious, who is like a punk stegosaur.
Okay.
And he's like a boss type character in that game. And I was like, oh, that's based on Sid Vicious. That's actually like a pun. So he's like, who's that? And I show him this picture of
Sid Vicious?
Yeah, who at one time was considered a very dangerous individual.
Yeah. It's right there in the name.
Yeah. You know, and it's this destructive music, and it's like you play it, and it's like, that's not, it's bouncy.
Yeah.
It's frankly jovial
That's
music.
like,
and then it's like, and then Ronya's like, this is boring. I don't understand.
This is like some adult contemporary shit.
Yeah, exactly. This is that adult alternative.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wonder if like being able to, is you know, what we liked is that, you know, the worlds that we could inhabit at that time were so static.
Yeah.
And stayed, and you know, they didn't have the detail.
They didn't have interaction.
They couldn't pay for it, or they couldn't, or they didn't have the team.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't a priority. And you know, I mean, now he'll just make a chest.
Yeah, and then open all its drawers.
Yeah, he'll just open up a chest and he'll put the other things that he made inside the chest.
Yeah.
You know, like that granularity, like he has maximal granularity. Anything he punches long enough,
yep,
he can put in his pocket or combine with the other things that he has punched previously. Right? It's like would it even be coherent? I don't know. I don't know. At this point, I think Shenmue would be a pretty gourmet experience. I mean, 2 barely came out here.
Yeah, I think...
Barely came out.
I think that's I think that game is for the audience that played it already.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how many new people they're going to pull
No,
in.
I think that at the end of the day, Shenmue 3, is like any of these other like dead enders that love the genres of their youth,
Yeah.
right? And when I say dead ender, I don't mean that I'm not in that continuum.
Sure.
I am absolutely of that continuum, like Pillars of Eternity. I would say Broken Age. Like you want to hearken back to that thing.
The good old days.
Yeah, whatever that thing was.
Yeah.
Even if your good old days were like 20 years ago,
Yeah.
you still want them. And so and what's been proven out time and time again on Kickstarter is that if you hit the right nerve, you can get $4 million in a month.
Yeah.
They'll just give it to you. And that isn't even everything that's required. They can't make the game for that much.
No.
And at some level, people know it. But they all want to throw something into that. They want to make soup, right?
Yeah.
They all want to throw something into that pot. And honestly, I think that it will come out. I mean, I think that Shenmue 3 will actually happen and be real. I think that there'll be other funding sources, and
My guess is that Sony will chip in.
yeah, they've already they've already said they will. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's a done deal. It's not, I mean, whether or not the game gets done is not really connected to that amount. But you would be crazy if what you were trying to do was recreate people's fond history. You'd be crazy not to access the social media powered piggy bank
Right.
like Kickstarter. And so obviously that makes some people mad, but
Oh, because it's removing money that could have gone to them.
I was going to say let's be very clear. They would like to have that money instead,
Yeah.
but that's actually not how it works. They wouldn't have given them that money because they're not making Shenmue.
Yeah.
That's how it functions, I guess is how I would say it. But I haven't kicked in yet. I will, but I'm glad that it exists. I know
Yeah.
that it's a complicated thing, obviously, but
Is there a comic strip in it?
I think so. I think that we could do a comic strip
About Shenmue?
about Shenmue,
There's Shenmue.
right?
There's also Final Fantasy VII.
Agreed. Let me put that in the strip zone.
That Kingdom Hearts 3 looked real good.
I was gonna say you had a chance to feast on that.
Yeah.
Good.
There's a part there where you can see that he's heading towards Rapunzel's tower.
Yeah, God, it's like we've wanted. Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Shit. Shit. That's too beast. God, can they get access to Pixar, or is it only ship of the line
I don't
straight
know.
up Disney stuff? Does that licensing work different? I'm like
Like, could there be a Big Hero 6?
Incredibles. Well, Big Hero 6
Oh, Big Hero
is,
6 is Disney.
Big Hero 6 is totally easy.
Oh, yeah. So this would be like Incredibles or Monsters, Inc., right?
Right.
Toy Story. I haven't seen anything like that in
Up.
Kingdom Hearts.
Up would be pretty fly.
Yeah.
Very convenient. It was basically the airship, right?
Yeah.
Except now it's a house.
I mean, they put Tron in there, which is a little outside.
Absolutely. I don't know. I think there's some cool shit here. But anyway, with Final Fantasy VII, I mean, everyone has just wanted them to remake it for so long, and now it's happening. 'Cause it had to happen eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not shy about going back to their old shit, but it's like if it were to come, it's like be careful what you wish for type thing. Like if it were to come back, and if Final Fantasy VII were to come back, like with today's business practices and ethos.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, generally speaking, there's things that we consider or are considered unpleasant or immoral about microtransactions, let's say.
Oh, sure.
Like, if it came back today at today's budgets,
Oh, and you're buying
how do they
materia for
how do they square that circle?
real money. Summons cost 99 cents.
Yeah, easy summons.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we did that with the Metroid one so good, where it's like, need more missiles?
That was perfect. And it was perfect also because there was no dialogue.
Yeah.
It was just the idea sitting out there. Anyway, it's just something to think about. When that comes back now, I mean, I'll be very curious to see because, when Final Fantasy VII came out, like it was written sort of like how RPGs were written at that time. Like the story was really big, but the translations weren't. It wasn't the focus it is now.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a full 100%. What I would call a localization.
Yeah.
It was pretty loose, and so if you actually go in and do like, for lack of a better term, render those conversations and characters and stories like they were able to do with the movie and
Yeah, I mean, they've said it's not going to be the same.
yeah. But
So my guess is that they're going to come at it, that story, and tighten it up, right?
Yeah. I want to see. Yeah. So those are the big ones, I think. It's also that Portal Lego shit is.
The Portal Lego shit is pretty crazy. I would describe it as cray.
They're the only ones. They're the only ones that can do it. I thought for sure Disney would be able to really go nuts, but they don't want to.
That's the thing, right? They could. They could let you play with Sully in the Rapunzel level. I mean, they could let you mix all those characters, but they keep them separated.
Let's see. HoloLens.
I want to try HoloLens.
Oh. Well, we want to set that up, but there wasn't an opportunity because they were going crazy for their E3 shit.
Sure, but now that E3 is going to be over.
Yeah, E3 is going to wrap here in a little bit. I mean, who knows? It might, if it's at PAX.
That's true, maybe. Huh?
In a couple of months, it'll be at PAX and it'll be even cooler, right?
Yeah.
It'll be closer to done. I was glad to see that headset was not like it wasn't all hooked up to a big box.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that was nice.
So, okay, I bet there's a HoloLens comic,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of options.
Modifying reality seems like a big idea.
Yeah. Shenmue mixed reality,
Mixed reality.
right?
Yeah.
Not augmented. They're not saying reality is bad or lesser, but they want to blend it with
They want to blend it with this
with
other
digital
shit.
contents.
I'm going to think about HoloLens for just a couple minutes.
Oh, so we were trying to figure out how you do the 3D, the Oculus type VR demo with a third person game.
Mm-hmm.
And I just read something that sort of helps explain it.
Oh.
So what it does is, so if you think about like Tomb Raider
Okay.
or Uncharted, these games are about doing really big jumps
Mm-hmm.
or like physically impressive feats like in dangerous environments.
Mm-hmm.
So with the headset on, obviously you don't have the presence, but you have an expanded awareness of the space.
Mm.
And so in a game that is about space,
Yeah.
that's a substantial addition. So these games, we don't know about them. But now imagine, so do you remember how at the end of the Prince of Persia reboot, the final castle, like not the vizier, but the castle itself was the boss?
Right.
Just as a platforming challenge, like a brutal platforming challenge.
Yeah.
Imagine that you felt those jumps. I mean, you already felt them in your gut. Those are big falls.
Sure.
Imagine that you felt that in your gut,
Yeah, yeah. I could see that.
right? Like that edge feeling.
Right.
That could be something.
It's holograms.
Holograms, virtual reality.
That stuff seems cool.
Shenmue has several thousand more dollars.
Hmm.
I guess that's how it happens. Yeah, Final Fantasy and Shenmue, like this is definitely a retro
Yeah.
Last Guardian.
Yeah, that comic we did about The Last Guardian is like 6 years old.
I don't even remember us doing a comic about The Last Guardian.
Remember, there's only two ways this story can end. Either the boy dies or the griffin dies.
Oh, yeah, that's a very insightful comic, Michael.
Yeah, we made that.
Well, and we're right.
It's 6 years ago, though.
We're right. Maybe that pet, they put that thing out there and then they fuck you with it.
Yeah.
Like that. It's like Chekhov's dog.
If there's a dog on the mantle in
Yeah.
the first act.
Whatever. They have to do something with the dog. But
Yeah.
it's to the point where they show the dog in the Fallout trailer and the demo,
Sure.
and they have to come out and make like a public statement that the dog can't die.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they had to. People people really, really resent being manipulated in this way.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is like in a movie, you expect it and it isn't a big deal. Where it really bites people is in a context where they imagine themselves to have agency,
Yeah.
right? That's the problem. It's like you're gonna fuck in this place that you've given me to act in.
I can't help the dog.
You're gonna create a situation where a dog gets hurt and I can't do anything just so that you can,
But it's funny, like
just so that you can give me a powerful experience.
But it's funny because we're okay with them killing humans to try to elicit an emotion from us, but it doesn't really work. I mean, I never have felt that much.
It does work. It does work, but it can't be like tawdry and it can't be quick. It has to really be unexpected. And the problem is that we expect it most of the time. I would say that Eris is an example, speaking of Final Fantasy,
Yeah.
where that really, really worked. That's like main cast, right?
Sure.
Ned Stark. It's because they do a got you type scenario where you think that someone is safe
Right.
because they're main cast. And then, they're not.
But killing the dog is too much.
Yeah, that's getting right down to it. I mean, the reality is that I think that a lot of time we don't think of these sort of ciphers in these games as authentic people anyway.
Right.
We know at some level that they aren't, but that sympathy we have just for the silhouette of an animal.
Well, and the problem is that, if this dog is your companion, an AI companion that's a human is never going to be perfect.
An AI dog is probably very similar to a dog.
An AI dog is probably pretty good. Like,
I would say that creature is sufficiently doggy for me to forge a connection with.
Like I can get a similar connection with that thing that's helping me, that's
Yeah, well, it's like a Tamagotchi.
Right.
Right? It's a button to feed the Tamagotchi.
But I'm never going to feel that way about an AI human because it's just never going to be, it's going to have weird dialogue sometimes, or it's just not going to be right.
Yeah, or we're going to be in a fight and it's going to repeat the same thing 5 times.
Yeah.
But in Fallout 4, the dog, they had to come out and announce that the dog couldn't die. I mean, I'm going to put Fallout 4 on the list.
Yeah.
Just because of this dog thing.
I just want to write the other thing.
Oh.
I'm struggling.
You want to write the dad thing. Well, this is as much as I suggested.
Yeah.
But if we can rock a Shenmue, Final Fantasy VII, HoloLens, what I have entered here is Portal Lego shit,
Okay.
or Fallout 4, then we can write that other thing too. There's no reason we have to write just one.
Okay. All right, here we go. Shenmue.
I can give you a pile of that. And I think that for the father thing, if we're going to write that page,
Yeah.
I think you do the, what I said would be like the middle part.
Uh-huh.
I think that you would just do that middle exposition part. I think you could cut that down into one page.
Are we talking about, which part are we talking about?
The hospital part.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, you do that. You do the intro, like the origin story, for lack of a better word.
Right.
Right. But you show it. You show the whole thing. God, maybe it starts then.
What do you mean?
I mean, the problems that they have to manage.
Oh,
maybe they start
immediately?
It starts then.
Yeah, it could. All right, goddamn it. All right, stop. Okay.
Yeah, come back.
Freaking killing me here.
Reel it in.
Shenmue.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna pay into that. That's the easiest call in the world, I think.
But trying to describe to your son, like he's like, I don't understand. Why are people so excited about this game? Oh, it was amazing. I had this job where I drove a forklift. My mom was always yelling at me to get home on time.
That was a game?
There's a couple times I missed the bus. That was frustrating. Are you talking about a game?
Yeah, and then my flashlight ran out of battery, so I had to go to the store.
So I had to go to the store.
That's a video game?
You know, a video game?
I don't know, maybe not. Yeah, that's it. So just have that first part, like we're watching the just interject me into that actual situation, maybe.
Yeah.
Where we have a chance to lay it out for this larvae.
Right.
Because, yeah, if I were to tell Elliot about that, he might find it interesting as an abstraction, but as a generality, the things that make it cool, I don't think would cohere.
Oh yeah, they would. That would make It would be nonsense to Gabe.
No, it'd be like playing Anarchy in the UK, and like trying to explain that this music was actually very scary
Yeah.
to some people. He wanted to destroy passerby. He's anarchy, I guess. That's what he's suggesting.
Yeah.
But not too anarchic. I mean, he's definitely playing the same chords in the right places.
Yeah. Musically, it's not anarchy.
I would say no. That maybe compared to the metal, hair metal at the time or something. But
I don't understand. What's the big deal about Shenmue?
why is everyone yelling? What's Shenmue? So when I type for you in scripts, I use the full name Gabriel even now, and then for your son I use Gabe.
Okay.
When he was first born, I actually rendered the entire Gabriel the Younger thing, and I realized eventually that was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, this works.
Yeah. Well, what's a Shenmue?
What's a Shenmue? And why are we so excited about it?
Oh man.
Shenmue was incredible.
Yeah, all the things. It's like the reason that they're amazing. It just sounds so stupid.
Yeah.
When you say what you actually did in that game, it sounds so stupid.
I had this awesome job at the docks driving a forklift. My mom was always yelling at me to be home on time. There's this one day I missed the bus. And my flashlight ran out of batteries. I had to go to the store.
But like in a cool way.
Yeah. Are you talking about a video game?
I honestly can't remember anymore.
You can also pet cats. Oh my god, and the cat petting.
God, you can pet the shit out of those cats.
You can.
You remember?
Oh yeah.
I petted 100% of each cat. I left no region of the cat unscritched.
Maybe Taika, maybe then he comes in and is like, oh my god, and the cat petting. Do you remember the cat petting?
I petted the fuck out of those cats. I mean the shit.
I mean the shit. I mean
I petted the cats.
I petted the cats. The shit out of those cats. I mean, pet the fuck out of those cats. I mean the shit. Is that one bad too?
I'm bad at this. Oh man. And the cat petting, but Gabe should have a chance to respond to that insane middle panel.
Oh yeah,
it's nuts. Like that doesn't sound fun at all. That sounds horrible. No one should want to do that.
That sounds horrible. Was that a video game? Why would you do that? Oh my god, do you remember the cat petting? Petted the fuck out of those cats. Ooh, I mean shit.
I mean, I petted the cats. Let's see. That sounds horrible.
Sounds horrible. Why would you do that? That's a game?
This is a game you liked?
You liked? I don't understand.
Oh, Shenmue was credible. I had a job driving a forklift. Sometimes I would come home late. And my mom would yell at me. And my mom would be mad.
Yeah, my mom would be mad.
Oh, and one day I missed the bus.
One day I missed the bus.
And then my flashlight ran out of batteries and I had to go to the store.
This is a game you liked?
Not even this. That sounds horrible. This is a game you liked?
This is a game you liked?
Is that a game? Are you talking about a game?
Oh, we used to play it all the time. Your dad was the best at petting cats. It's true. I was pretty fucking great.
I was Cat Petter Supreme. I was the Cat Master General.
Your dad used to pet all the cats. He's not lying.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'd forgotten about that. Do you remember that one cat I petted? Totally.
That one cat I used to pet?
Do you remember that one cat I used to pet? Totally. I like that. Do you remember that one cat I used to pet? That's such a bullshit line.
Well, yeah, but also Tycho is not even joking.
No.
He does remember.
He does remember that
Just
cat.
like I remember now.
Yeah.
The cat by the store.
Little gray-haired cat.
Oh. Are we talking about a video game? I think it's gonna. Are we talking about a video game? Oh man, do you remember that one cat I used to pet? Totally.
That was the best cat.
Who's the best cat? Here's some. Should I move Gabe's line into the middle panel?
Well, I don't know where they are right now.
Well, here.
I can't see them. I don't even see panels, man.
Okay. Why is everyone yelling, what's a Shenmue? Oh man, Shenmue was incredible. That's frame 1. Frame 2. I had a job driving a forklift. Sometimes I would come home late and my mom would be mad. Oh, one day I missed the bus and then my flashlight ran out of batteries and I had to go to the store. And then Gabe, in that panel, I said, Gabe, are we talking about a video game? And then frame 3, oh man, you remember that one cat I used to pet? Totally. It was the best cat.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, when I cast the pot, it's like I cast the rod, keeping it hard like a motherfucker gas robot.
I'm reeling cod, today's fresh catch. I mean a podcast, something about nets.
Yes, it gets better when it's winter. I'm fettered by my fish gear, catch and release, get in that crease when my fish near.
Talk about a plant best laid off that stray. And yes, I crave that tuna with his peck fin splayed. But while I'm glistening from the whole sea, you better listen into TLC.
I got that wild caught salmon. It's tender and it's moist.
Downloadable content, a podcast of choice.